Football season is about to begin, but political football is well underway here in New Jersey. Who's winning and losing the discourse over Sandy in the governor's race this week? I'm Walt Kane. This is New Jersey Power and Politics. Hello, I'm Walt Kane, in for Luke Margolis. This is New Jersey Power and Politics. We'll be talking elections in just a moment, but first, New Jersey and the feds are teaming up to make sure New Jersey's transit stays running even after another storm like Sandy. The governor and the U.S. Secretary of Energy announced plans to develop a system called microgrid. It's a separate power grid that NJ Transit could use to keep its trains and stations running even in a major power outage. The military uses the technology, but this would be the first civilian use of its kind.
When the grid goes down for New Jersey Transit, it is a catastrophic event. So making our system less vulnerable to that type of interruption is critical to the region, the state, and the country. And 900,000 customers that ride New Jersey Transit every day would be dependent upon it.
Before construction can begin, the state and feds will conduct a $1 million study taking 5 to 6 months to complete. The governor got a jump start on the Labor Day weekend by touring shore towns this week. He began his final public relations push to drum up business for the shore with a stop in Long Branch. The governor said cleanup from Sandy has gone so well, the beaches and water are even cleaner than before the storm. Governor Christie also toured Cape May, Seabright, and Long Beach Island. If you're tired of those stronger than the storm ads featuring the governor, good news, they're going away as of this weekend. But this week, those ads also became the subject of the latest war of words between the governor and challenger Barbara Buono. Christie defending the tourism ads running in the aftermath of Sandy. He says they were never meant to imply the state is fully recovered. He says the shore has made remarkable progress.
It doesn't mean that everything's perfect. And it doesn't mean that everything's fixed. And when I say we're stronger than the storm, it means that we're stronger than the storm. Not that everything is fixed and everything is perfect.
Also this week, the Buono campaign released a web ad focusing on one couple who said their lives are still in disarray. And again, Christie countering no one expected the state to recover fully in less than a year. Joining me now to continue the discussion over Sandy and also address some big developments of the race for Senate this week is Bob Jordan. Bob covers the State House for the Asbury Park Press. Bob, thanks for being with us.
Hi, Walt. Thanks for having me.
Well, let's start with Sandy. You were the first to report the governor spent more on those stronger than the storm ads with an ad agency than he could have if he hired another ad agency that might have done ads that didn't feature him. So now the governor's pulling them. Do you think this is a political decision, or is it just that the ads have run their course?
The ads have run the course. I think all along the plan was to spend the whole $25 million on the campaign, and the money's running out. There's no more, and the federal government's not going to send any more. The controversial part, of course, was that a company that was $2 million more expensive than a competitor was hired with the promise that the governor would be featured in the ads, and that decision was taken to the governor, and he said, yes, I'll do it. There's been a lot of controversy. I don't know if the Democrats have made enough hay on this in terms of exposing the optics to the public. They did release that web video this week. I think it has, I just checked, it has 1,000 web views so far. I've watched it twice. You probably watched it twice, so I don't know how many people that's getting to.
It doesn't seem like it's an issue that's made an enormous amount of traction, despite the fact that the Buono campaign is doing the best they can with it. You know, this was also a big week in the race for Senate here in New Jersey. Quite a bit going on. Cory was asked about his sexuality, asked directly about that. He gave a very opaque answer, said, so what? Does it matter if I am being asked if he was gay? But in context, he's not making any admission. He's just saying, why should it matter? And is that question really a question that does matter in 2013? Should anybody even be asking that?
That's the point he seems to be making. The mayor seems to be making that. And then it's been kind of a bizarre back and forth with Mayor Lonegan, former mayor of Buono, talking about how he enjoys a scotch and cigar. That seems to be putting the optic out there that's more masculine than what Cory enjoys. And
right, he actually then went out on to say that he heard that Cory likes manicures, which he referred to as a fetish. So it was very, very strange back and forth, even by New Jersey political standards.
It seems like we've all heard this in junior high school, and here we are battling for a U.S. Senate race, and it seems to be an unfortunate discourse at this point.
Also this week involving Cory Booker, there was the character of T-Bone, who is if you've ever heard Cory Booker speak from about 2002 to 2007, he talked about this guy who was a drug dealer he supposedly met on the streets of Newark over the years. There have been articles that have stated that perhaps this is a fictional character. And in fact, Rutgers professor claims that Booker admitted to him that this was a fictional character. Is this something that is likely to develop any traction? Is this going to matter, or do politicians do this all the time?
I'm sure it's going to come up in the debate that they're about to have. T-Bone disappeared when the mayor was pressed on it back in 2007, I believe, and I don't think the character has appeared since then, so I don't know about the credibility of his character. Maybe he has a good way to explain what happened.
You know, going back to Sandy and the governor's race, you know, Sandy has been an issue that has helped the governor so much in the long run. His response to the storm has made him very popular. Is there any way that he is likely to be attacked here successfully?
Well, this all started in January. If you recall, Senate President Steve Sweeney said something, I'm paraphrasing, that the governor wished for a storm because, you know, the job reports weren't that strong at the time. And now it's, you know, now that we're in this home stretch for the election, it's up to the Buono campaign to see if they can score some points with this. I don't know if they can. The opportunity might have passed. It's been over a couple of weeks since the whole NWW contract came up, and
doesn't seem like it's happening.
No.
All right. Bob Jordan with the Asbury Park Press. Thanks so much. Stay with us. There's a lot more coming up today. The third or fourth interviews that we're doing with candidates.